why men stay single? You know the real reason why men stay single? Because these women out here want to sit here and find a man that's doing things on his own, that's not worried about anybody else but himself, and play with his feelings. They want to come up to him and lead him on and tell him that, oh, I love you, oh, that you're the only one for me, and then they just cut back. They just leave you wondering like, damn, why the fuck didn't they just leave me alone? Why did they have to talk to me? Why did they have to mess with me? Why couldn't they just have left me alone? That's the problem with some of these females. They find a good man that's doing things on his own, and they come and distract him. They come into his life and play with his emotions and tell him that I'm going to be here forever, and then they just fucking walk out and leave. That's what the fuck is wrong with these women. That's what the fuck is wrong.
Today we'll discuss why men are generally happier than women, and how women who spend their best years in corporate slavery are relegated to upper management and finally realize that money doesn't guarantee happiness. In general, let's face it, men are happier than women, although most women claim that all men are equal, especially when they are dissatisfied with their dating or marital experiences. They rarely admit to being dissatisfied with themselves. Don't get me wrong, some girls will recognize and correct their mistakes, but they seem to be a very small percentage of the population, and it's a bit too late to act decisively. The problem is that delusional women are becoming a minority on social media. This creates a lot of noise. Therefore, it gives the impression that they are dominant. That doesn't mean you should think that everything in the world is beautiful, covered in sunshine and rainbows. Research and common sense show that women are emotional and experience strong emotions, good or bad, more easily than men. Because emotions drive most human behavior during an argument with a partner, they find it difficult to convey logical concepts, leading to an endless cycle in which the man uses logic to justify his point, while the woman argues she is right. Regardless, situations like this can lead men to conclude that dating is more of a nuisance than a fun activity. Too much testing, not enough ROI. Surprisingly, men are happier than ever living the bachelor life, while modern women are becoming less happy by the day. Rumor has it that feminism has failed. Well, there is empirical evidence for this, not just rumors. Let me elaborate. Feminism seeks to advance women's rights in areas such as employment, bank accounts, and other social privileges that were previously denied. The problem with the modern world is that this agenda has morphed into one of the most oppressive philosophies in the world. At this point in history, women who did not fully embrace feminism were labeled indoctrinated, misfits, and submissive. If you are someone who disagrees with their ridiculous ideas, then of course you are an oppressor because you are both human and disagree. In general, women today, especially in Western countries, have the same or even more rights than men, but they find this is not enough and demand more. They become slaves to corporate pursuits and, often, to consumerism and male approval. Thanks to so-called freedom, most bosses are mere cogs in a machine, although some women have ascended to positions of authority. Let's face it, quotas are a major factor in women's advancement in institutions of all kinds, including corporations, government, and security. The sole purpose of the girl boss movement is to gain influence and membership in the sorority. The truth is, they're not actually happy. They're just trying to cope by convincing themselves they're living their best lives, even when reality is very different from what they're portraying on social media. The sad truth is that women take a lot of antidepressants and are generally dissatisfied with their lives. In the dating market, young men sometimes struggle if they are unattractive, while even mediocre young women can find love quickly. Once they hit the 30 or 35 mark, the leaderboard shifts and these men are now so committed to their goals that they either don't have time for dating or prefer younger women. This cycle is destined to repeat indefinitely, but we are not here to mourn it. On the contrary, mgtow men actually enjoy their lives and are happier than women who flaunt designer purses, tons of makeup, and new partners every week. Men are inherently uncomplicated creatures. Therefore, their demands are limited to loyalty and a conflict-free partnership. Women, however, are more complicated and rarely uphold standards of communication despite claims to the contrary. Men who choose to go their own way already know something about female nature either through experience or by looking at the cases of other men. At the end of the day, however, they woke up and chose a different path. This has nothing to do with traditionally happy wives, happy lives. In fact, the term single life has completely replaced the role of the happy wife. It's amazing that women are making more money than ever before, but they also understand that being rich doesn't guarantee happiness. Before anyone assumes the worst, let me be clear, this does not prevent financial instability or poverty. As I always say, go for the check, not the chick. But you shouldn't demean women for economic reasons to distract us from our goals. Society manages to make us worship all kinds of idols, including women. Because of this, Many men waste their time chasing women, only to return to their goals too late. Fortunately, thanks to their discipline and simple lifestyle, men can happily enjoy the fruits of their labor, while women overspend on things they don't really need. Happy birthday, women. You're finally making more money than ever before. Are you happy now? Or is there something else you want but don't know what it is yet? It's a real fact that dangerous jobs like working in coal mines or working in construction are excluded from the equality that women strive for. These are farm jobs, and these strong women prefer their laid-back corporate careers. Ironically, men are naturally looking for mothers who can take care of their offspring, not women who can act as breadwinners. In short, men don't care about women's achievements, but like simple, modest girls. Instead, he realized that once she had spent enough time in a hostile environment, she might become more bossy and irritable. Therefore, dating these women does not make men happy. As I said before, money is not evil, but chasing it or even worshipping it is. Unfortunately, women fall into the trap of thinking that they can find happiness as long as they earn their own money. However, this is completely wrong. They have a tendency to screw things up pretty quickly and then get caught up in the rat race, even with good pay. In the end, feminism is a problem because it tries to differentiate. But there are many more reasons why men are happier than women. For women, it has become a new bondage, while smart men simply choose to forego dating to focus on more meaningful pursuits. In general, I believe women also have inherent difficulties. You are naturally emotional and sometimes irrational psychologically. There is nothing they can do. As more women enter jobs that require them to keep their emotions in check, their own femininity will only be hindered. This will make them unpopular with men. Plus, men don't really want a boss lady. They want a babe who is their own, who is feminine, who likes being with them, who wants understanding, warmth, thoughtfulness, and comfort. This is the level of peace men want from women. So guys, if you haven't found a woman like this, or haven't, it's really cool to go your own way. Because believe me, it's much better than being with the wrong woman. Stay free, guys. I wish you happiness, health, and prosperity. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button and bell icon to subscribe to this channel.